Hi, my name is Phil Allison. I'm here today to teach you how to make Sonny's Pecan Brittle. This is my father's recipe that was handed down to me from him, and if you want to know more about that, there'll be a video later. But right now, we're going to get started with what are the ingredients. There are 6 basic ingredients. 2 cups of pecans, or peanuts or walnuts, whatever you want to substitute, a cup of sugar, a half cup of Karo light corn syrup, a 1/4 cup of water, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Oh, and you'll also want a little bit of butter to grease the pan. Now, for actually doing the mixing, I prefer a stainless steel pot. This one is an 1810 stainless steel. I like to use a wooden spoon to do all my stirring. And once the mixture is done, I like to use a stainless steel flat pan to pour it all into. So you're going to want to go ahead and measure out your ingredients. We got our pecans, our sugar, our syrup, and our baking soda. And then I've already put water and salt into the pot, and we want to put our baking soda over between the pot and where we're actually going to be pouring out the mixture into the pan. Once you've got everything measured out, you're going to want to go ahead and turn your burner almost on high, probably not quite, about as close as you can get. Go ahead and put your sugar in with your salt and water and get those blended up a little bit. Just a nice simple mix over the low heat. And then you're going to want to add in your Karo syrup to this. Just go ahead and dump it all in there. You're going to then, once you've got all your syrup in there, want to go ahead and make sure that everything's rather evenly mixed and let it heat up to a boiling point. As you're working to bring the mixture to a boil, you're also going to want to stir it occasionally. You don't have to stir it often, but at this stage you just want to kind of keep it stirred and keep it going. You want to do a light layer of butter in your pan that you're going to pour your mixture into, just to help keep the brittle from sticking to this pan. Really, that's all the butter that you're going to use. You can do this while your original mixture is coming to a boil. We're coming close to getting a nice rolling boil, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. Let it boil for a couple seconds here, not too long, just long enough to really see it kind of foaming and frothing up. And then what we're going to do is grab the pecans and add them into our mix. Now it's going to take it back down from a boil. We want to bring it back to a boil before we cut the heat down. Okay, now we're starting to come to a boil again. This is the point where you want to let it start boiling for just a little bit. Turn the heat down to just below medium, and you're going to keep stirring it for about 20 minutes. And you're going to see as we get more and more into it that the mixture is getting thicker and thicker. Okay, so now we're at the 10-minute mark. You can see that the mixture's changed. You can start to feel it thicken up. You can really smell the pecans cooking at this point, and they smell great. Okay, now we're about 15 minutes in, and our mixture is really thickened up. It takes a strong wrist to keep this stirring. Make sure you get to the bottom of the pot. You don't want anything sticking and burning down there. Okay, we're down to the last minute here. So basically, you feel like you've got a big, thick, gooey mess, and that's almost exactly what you've got. It's almost time to add the baking soda. We'll want to remove it from the heat first when we do that. So now if we're ready to take it off the heat, and then we're going to come over here and we are going to add in the baking soda, and then you're going to mix it up. Make sure you get all that baking soda mixed in all the way around with every bit of it. Got to be nice and fluffy looking, almost like there's nothing but air in there. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to pour it out into our pan. See how nice that looks, fluffy and full of air. Get as much as we can out of the pot into that. So as soon as it starts cooling, it becomes brittle. So now we're going to let this cool in the freezer for about 15 minutes. And then we will check on it at that point and see what we've got. So at this point, it's been in the freezer about 15 minutes. See how it lifts right up off the tray there? We can turn it over. See the underside? Looks nice and airy. It's still just a little bit sticky, a little bit warm. So what we're going to do is put it on a plate and put it in the refrigerator for about another 15 or 20 minutes. Then of course, once you've cooled it in the refrigerator, you can take it out. You can break it up however you want to break it up. You can see the inside, how light and fluffy it is. This makes for some really great pecan brittle. That's my video and that's my instruction. I hope you enjoy your pecan brittle. Let me know if you have any questions.